un picaflor abriendo sus alas al viento, iba fundiéndose con el brillo del sol, y esa es su eterna fuente primera, donde disuelve conscientemente el dolor. De pronto tiembla el cielo y la tierra también, esperan que por suerte el hombre se acuerde de él. El ave observa guerras, se pone a llorar, y en su silencio solo prefiere cantar. Oh, picaflor de los niños que van haciendo desde tu propio cariño.
Do you remember when you were first a child? Nothing in the world seems strange to you. If we could go back, what would we see? As experience leads us away from innocence, we change. We learn more complex ways to deal with the world around us. What do we become as we separate out as individuals? For Dr. Bach, there were clear patterns which form as we deal with life's problems, mental and emotional states which become a part of us, obscuring the simplicity of childhood. These are the 7 helpers. In 1933, he described the first 4 of these new remedies: gorse, oak, rockwater, and heather. Gorse is for those who feel their situation is hopeless. Nothing can be done to change or improve matters. In some respects, oak is the complementary remedy, since oak people struggle on despite their difficulties. Rockwater develops as an emotional state when we are strict and puritanical, hard masters to ourselves. Heather is for longing and loneliness, when we crave support from those around us. Later, Bach also described olive as a remedy for exhaustion, vine for domination and control, wild oat for loss of purpose and direction. 7 remedies which describe 7 patterns of behavior, developing over the years as we progress from childhood and through adult life. Bach saw these remedies as helping people who were chronically ill, so used to their disease that it has become a part of their nature. But they also apply to each of us because we all fall into habitual attitudes. Which one of the 7 depends upon our personal temperament and what has happened.
I have no more expectations. I have just given up hope. My courage is failing.
Within, the stems are dry and the undergrowth is dying.
It's no use going on.
Never say die. Come on, try again.
I've tried everything. It's no use going on.
Nothing can cure me.
Nothing can cure me.
The golden flowers grow in intensity through the spring months until by Easter the whole hillside is ablaze with light. The life energy of the sun is drawn down into the earth, bringing renewal and rebirth. The leaves are sharp as needles, piercing the skin to draw blood. They prick us back into life. The seeds of gorse are fired from the pod with explosive energy. just like impatiens.
iba fundiéndose con el brillo del sol. Y esa suerte
What this plant tells us is that change and regrowth are possible, even for those who are in a chronic condition.
de pronto tiembla el cielo y la
Gorse restores hope and aspiration.
esperan que por suerte el hombre se acuerde de él. El ave observa guerras, se pone a llorar y en su silencio solo prefiere cantar.
Dr. Bach observed that some people become so used to their disease that it appears to be part of their nature, and it is difficult to see their true selves because they have adapted and altered their lives to suit the disease. It appears as if the individual of the 12 healers has been swallowed up, hidden from view, or has taken shelter within a shell or cave, hiding from the light.
I'm just burnt out. It just feels as though I can't carry my share of the load. But I must still make the effort. By duty and responsibility, I feel trapped. I will continue to struggle on despite the difficulty.
Many different insects, spiders, different species actually live on and around and within the oak tree. Wasps, which make a particular gall. There are caterpillars and moths. Birds collect the acorns, and so do squirrels. Even bees live inside the hollow tree. Oak trees live for hundreds of years, and longevity is a feature of the oak state. The tree continues to nourish and support countless generations of all these species right up until the last. When we make a remedy of the oak, we use the female flowers. These are very small. They express a contrast between the great strength of the oak and the limitation and balance needed for the remedy itself. We explore the darkness to experience the light,
But we exist in darkness.
looking for the light.
Now, this water travels through darkness. We walk in darkness.
Well, which way shall we walk? Where shall I look?
If you do as I do, if you practice as I practice, think as I think, be pure as I am pure,
Are you saying that is the way towards the light?
only by subjugating desire can you be master of yourself.
When spring water issues from the earth, meets the light of day, it is a new birth. It comes into the light and absorbs the information of everything which is there, a new beginning,
Like innocence,
like innocence, without prejudice, without assumption, ready to respond, receptive. Bach spoke of a traditional power to heal in certain wells and spring waters. But it is not a physical thing, not due to the salts or chemistry. It is a healing power born of the place, a natural result of pure elements at work, the action on earth of sunlight upon water. Rock water softens rigid idealism, dissolves fixed mental patterns. We no longer chastise ourselves for failing, but feel the warm joy and pleasure of being alive. Rock water only develops as an emotional state when people are dissatisfied with themselves, when they feel that they are not good enough. They become self-preoccupied and look inside to find a way to improve their life. Heather people are also chronically unhappy and equally self-centered, but wish to avoid being alone. They look outside to find consolation. As a result, as Bach said, they are always seeking the companionship of anyone who may be available. But any longing for identity, for identification, for belonging, for the sense that I am part of the group, of the gang, when I seek a place to belong, that is Heather. This is not merely a tiresome seeking for attention. It is rather a state of mind where we seek an answer. Why do I exist? Why am I alone? As if every other being knows why and where it belongs, but we are left alone without answers, looking for companions on the journey. The plant is pretty, but it dominates the land, driving out other species. It poisons the soil. Dr. Bach wrote about a woman he knew who was self-centered and utterly worldly. Heather was the one thing which made her think it was possible there is a God. It is a remedy which helps us to stop looking for security in other people and to see a way to be content within ourselves. Vine is a more complicated state of mind, just as the plant has a more complex life story. Each year, the old stems are cut away to stimulate young shoots, new growth. As these develop, some are tied into position, while others are snapped off, unwanted. The creative future of the plant is constrained. Then come the flowers, tight clusters of buds force off the outer sepals to reveal sexual organs. It is a reversal of the normal slow opening to the light, more forceful, violent. But the viticulturalist has not yet finished with the vine. Row upon row of these plants are there only to produce a crop of grapes. Every action is designed to force the plant to deliver more.
There is no freedom, only servitude.
Come here when I'm talking to you. Stand still. If we did this to a child, it would be abuse.
If the child reacted
Well, how would the child react?
with anger and resentment.
Or maybe determined to dominate and regain control. The vine state is a learned reaction. The bullied becomes the bully.
The child is father to the man.
These 7 helpers are chronic states which develop as a result of life experience. We become accustomed to our disease, as Bach would say. We learn a way to deal with the world.
And Vine learns that force is effective.
Yet the positive aspect of the remedy state
Is sweetness and acceptance.
When Noah's dove returned with an olive branch, it was a sign that the flood was receding, that the ark might soon find dry land. It became a symbol of peace and reconciliation. Dr. Bach wrote of olives.